Scales of blue. Here we go. You got a what? I gotta pick up the snake. Having seen the district to her satisfaction, Wuklamot is ready to head to the meeting point. Is it hot in here? Anyone else or just me? So, we're supposed to go to a place called True View in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Pyro. Nice. Yo, they got a whole garage over here, bro. What the fuck? Yo, they got different colored bikes here, dude. They got a van, dude. They got 2 different cars, dude. Yo, give me that one. That's fucking dope. They got that one. Finally got the Electrope warmed up and the engine ticking over. Hell yeah. Electrope warmed up. Okay, you gonna ride that bitch though? You gonna ride it though? Or are you gonna go off the edge? Like, what are you fixing to do right there? He's about to GTA his car off that edge, bro. All right. I'll take the van as long as it plays the A-Team theme song. That would be sick. A fat chance. That's a shot. This is the right place, you think? I think so. I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. Oh, my eyes match the pink, too. Oh my god, this must have been planned in the fucking... in the past or something. Past me planned this somehow. Huh? Pyro, look over there! I probably used a lot of these items in a similar outfit. A Mamulja child. What are they doing here? Dude, imagine Zoral Ja had a son? It's been 30 years. But is there any other Mamulja in here? Very cute. You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zoralja. Okay, dude. Get out of my fucking head, bro. What? The resemblance? Okay, yeah, blue scale Hubigo, sure enough. Bunewa, sorry. In the features of a Hubigo, yeah. Blue scales of a Bunewa with the features of a Hubigo. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. Oh shit. Could he have, if he didn't mate, could he have fashioned him? I want to find out somehow that Zoralja's connected to the head of reason, and that the whole head of reason going to sleep or dying or whatever could be like really significant. Like I kind of want a situation where the soul of the head of reason is reborn into a different person, or like a separate individual or something. Kind of wanted that, something like that, but it seems significant that he went to sleep and like died and all that stuff. But maybe I'm just like, the significance of that is already expressed in past. I just don't know. Hell yeah, look at that shit, dude. Not every GPU has a fucking screen on it, bro. Excuse me. So this is True View. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. Yeah, except that there's no fucking people. Damn. Look at that fucking graphics card. That building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. Yo. Ooh, ah! Don't scare it away. I didn't see you there. It just walked up in front of you, Wuklama. What do you mean? Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? Okay. So it is. All right then, lead the way. Lead the way, lassie. Someone in a well? You want me to follow you? Let's see where they take us. Okay. Oh shit. Huh. Is it always like this? You guys know what I mean? Is it always like this? Like, empty? No? Okay. Ooh. Oh, dude, what? Oh, shit, dude. Give me, dude, let's put this in a house. This is fucking sick. Tassos. Took us to a bar. Is this where you wanted to bring us? The raid tier got custos or all Jacques and wage war. What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. This is a club. Clement. Hey, what's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is. Shut up, bitch. So you're still not inclined to talk. Maybe it doesn't know how. Maybe it never learned. Oh. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. Melancholy? You know him? Oh, she's got heterochromia. Cool. After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy, too. Put a fucking barcode on her shirt? He's just a weird little freak. Zoral Jr. I want their hair color so bad. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Kafkiwa, right? But we ran into the child on the way, and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Kafkiwa. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. No offense, lady, but you're kind of dressed like the Joker, and I don't know if I really believe you. Maybe we shouldn't be announcing who we're allies with. Because they could be tribe, or they could not be tribe. What about him? I don't think he's in a mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. Huh. This has taken a turn for the strange. But you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? I think we might be walking into a trap. Damn, if this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. She's becoming less naive to a degree. She's becoming self-aware. Uklaman is learning. If you feel like that drink after all, just let me know. Huh. Tassos. You seem eager to go, but what about your friend there? What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kafkiwa there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Gives you teeth. I don't know if I like that. Tassos stands stoically before the door. This area is normally off limits, but Kafkiwa's told us about you. Oh good, they're allies, good. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, Pyro. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised. Okay.
Wonderful. They're here.
Nice, it's voiced.
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Good timing.
Amazing.
Did that thing have 9 pillars on the outside of it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the one in the center? That counts?
Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Fuck you. That is so self-aware, fourth wall breaking. Fuck you.
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters.
That's like a double meaning too. Not just with this game.
Specialize in electro.
It's very FF7-esque, obviously, as well.
To provide support to our field operatives.
This is very avalanche-y.
Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an
Geralt? Oh no, dude. He's got yellow hair.
Well, there's provisioning.
Oh god.
Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
God, you're weird looking in this one.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it.
Core system. Who the fuck is that?
We also handle
Shale?
surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation.
It's my wife? Yeah, I can't get excited about this. I don't have any idea who that is.
Laying the foundations of electrope technology.
Which was? Stop distracting me.
The sole management system to Everkeep's design. They're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is.
Preservation.
But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Yeah, okay.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal.
Sure.
Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Does that mean... So fusing realities is like a safe rejoining, is what it sounds like, a safer rejoining. Instead of a complete catastrophic collapse of a fucking world into the other etherically, they fuse together? Could you link all of the shards together and create an etheric flow through all of them? Like, could you bridge them all and then, like, etherically balance them all? Safe, yeah. Safe. I just try to think on, like, universal scale what you could do with that. So this kind of, in a way, like, the sundering is in some ways not reversible, but workable. Kinda. I thought rejoinings were more straight up infusing ether of one world to the source, regardless of the origin. Yeah, I don't really... It's all the same to me. Ether moving from one place to another, it doesn't make any difference to me. It's all the same image. It's just about the tactic that you're using. So what I'm saying here is just the difference is that a fusing is more like a bridge rather than a deluge. Instead of an uncontrolled catastrophe, which is a rejoining, which is the basically smashing of a fucking source's of shard's ether or reflection's ether back into the source, you can potentially bridge them. Well, they fused Alexandria, and now there's a permanent lightning blob of ether. Yeah, but we have technology that can change the... They have technology that can change etheric alignment, and so do we. So, perhaps that could be fixed. Yet, though the effect is localized, it's more local, but it would mean that you could establish a physical bridge to walk from one shard to the next. That's the difference, chat. That's why this is so important, because we're not talking about teleportation. We're talking about bridging realms together and then walking between them. That's pretty significant.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point.
Are the founders of your group Kryle's parents?
The fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
It's got to be them, right?
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device.
That's a data storage device?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No. Got into the Olal, we thought.
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
Yeah, sent. They had been sold there, I thought. Thanks, DNA bro, I appreciate that.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Oh, right.
Do you know aught of them?
Forgot that was...
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order.
Yeah, okay, here it is. Get it over with.
It's believed that they were Malala.
Right. They were your parents, we think.
Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents.
Preservation's a yikes name.
The founders of Oblivion.
Yeah.
Tell me everything you know about them.
Especially
no
when
matter how
contrasted against
small or
Oblivion.
Seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
Yeah, permanent stasis type shit. We don't like that.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude Preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves.
So they're probably in the cloud.
I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Can I read the data? Can I look at it too?
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
Yeah, that's like priority number one. This could have a secret message in it that tells us something direly important.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
You motherfucker. That's a bitch move. Yeah. Don't look at me like that. Asshole. Asshole. Fuck you, Geralt. Better you than me. You fucker. Grahatia. Seldom does one see Kryl so openly impassioned. As her comrade, I will do my best to support her. Shale has already extracted the data on the earring. At long last, a clue. My apologies, but I will remain here to review the information. That was quick. I feel for you. While Geralt is a brilliant adapter, it's as if he's stuck on full volume. It's all I can do to put up with the clamor. By the way, you didn't know him before, did you? Don't see how you could. But for a moment there, you were looking at him like you'd seen a ghost. Shut up. This place was originally designed by a preservation engineer. That's why it's wall to wall with contraptions. When I go on the attack, do you think I'm pushing forward too quickly? She's actually, okay. So this is kind of nice, dude. I think this is nice, dude. For Wuklamon to actually be asking someone with more combat experience than her some questions about that, like that's refreshing. She's like actually seeking advice. She is a tank though, that's the problem. She's asking Alice. She's asking a red mage for tank advice. Is that a good idea? A little. Try to keep closer to the rest of us so you don't get surrounded. Okay. I think you're just maybe a teensy beansy little bit obsessed with her. Yeah, I don't get it. She's DPS if you're going in his tank. That's a good point. She does go DPS mode. Big Dick Warrior mode activated. These things look like brains or something on the end. How to upload the blueprints. This device is for etching circuits on Electro. Isn't that similar to what they use in, like, soldering CPUs and shit? PCBs? Yeah. Wrong. Nothing. Dude, all the furniture is so cool. Is that a 3D printer? Sure is. What the fuck? Okay. Most printers are three-dimensional. You're such an ass, dude. I mean, what it's printing. Sorry I had to see my passions spill over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know? And not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we met in another life. Any road, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now, not a single wink. And I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to, though. Got folks relying on me, see? But if I'm to keep at it, I need to fetch. I need you to fetch me their souls. I need you to fetch my favorite energy tonic. In other words, fetch me their souls. That voucher's good for 2 cans. One for yourself, by the way. By way of welcome. Can't get the stuff at any old vending machine, though. You need to talk to a bloke named Phil Oman. You'll find him tending a bar out in the main strip. Off you go now. 2 cans. 2 cans spam. Gamersup's monster. Ooh, Neon Stein. First try is always free. Welcome. What are you having? Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines. How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you! Away with you, and don't come back! Got a voucher? Slip it to me then. Nice and subtle. Supplied by Oblivion member Genald. This voucher can be redeemed for 2 cans of energy tonic. Oh my god, it's the alcohol. It's the alcohol, bro. I didn't even... Oh my god. Genald. Some things never change. Not even in other shards. I should know better. Ah, so you're collecting for Genald. A can for him and a can for you, eh? Uh-huh. Except I have a feeling he might end up taking both cans. Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners. Gentler than the full-strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities. But if the Rodina Consortium was made aware of my special selection, it'd be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there are side effects. Bearing a curious design upon its can, this energy tonic is apparently formulated for beginners. Beginner's energy tonic. You drain the tonic in a single pull. Fuck yeah. Now that's how you do it. Your pulse ought to quicken soon, after which you'll start seeing everything more clearly. And then finally, you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. What the fuck did you give me? People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. What? You haven't up and carked it, so hurry along and give Genald this tonic. He tends to leave it to the last moment, and I expect he's about to keel over. Am I drinking Red Bull? Rainbow Bull? Oh my god, what the fuck? Yo, I'm hauling ass. Did it auto-activate my sprint? What the fuck? Red Bull gives you teeth. Stupid. And it's gone. You head into the back room? Oh yeah. Here you go, Genald. You've got the tonic. Give it air. Quick. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Ah! That's the stuff! Ain't nothing like it to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom! Awakens summit feral in me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast that won't stop till it's done what it was born to do. That's interesting wording. You drink this shit? Is that where feral souls come from? What the fuck is going on? Feral, remorseless beast. Any road, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without me tonic, you know? And the pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. These weapons and tools ain't gonna enhance themselves. It begins! Mine's the clarity. Mine's the precision. Oh, you precision champion. Okay, so that guy over there is on Jesus juice, probably infused with PCP or LSD of some kind. So, what are you guys doing? I also had some too. But we're not going to talk about that.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child.
Was that a can of Ezerate?
Could he be...
He's high on Heidelin.
In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
Shocked face.
So you think so too. But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
What the fuck? He abandoned his own son?
To think he'd cast aside his child.
What a piece of shit.
We can't say for certain who he was born to.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't
or why
seen...
he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo. And Zoralja is the only other one around.
Yeah, Bonewa?
That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put 2 and 2 together.
That's sad.
This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's
He's
his
not
name?
wearing a thing, though. On his head.
Gulja.
Gululja. Shut the fuck.
It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual.
Okay.
At first, I intended to raise him as my own. But just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days. And where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunder Yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts.
What the fuck?
This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive.
That's right, it's fucking Gao.
Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers, and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zoralja's child, that makes him my nephew.
Oh,
Assuming he's
shit.
willing, I'd be glad to take him in like
Hey,
Papa
nephew.
did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Yikes, yeah, we're in a weird position here. Oh, no.
Who was that?
Well. So what's on the thing?
Oh dear. It's Gululja.
Oh, you just...
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Ah, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kakiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
Hey, kid, we're
If
gonna
those
kill
who
your
can fight
dad.
would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Good news, kiddo. That deadbeat dad
Sounds
you
like a
got,
plan. Let's
we're
get
gonna
to
cut
it.
his head off. Doesn't that sound great? Gives you teeth. Regardless of the circumstances, Zoralja is Gululja's father. The boy is bound to be confused. Have at ya, you no good, never-ending pile of work! Yarg! Good to see he's still fucking unhinged. Worry not. The rest of us will keep our preparations moving along. You need but concentrate on finding Gulul Jar. I hope Gulul Jar will be alright. Should he return here, we'll be certain to let you know. I'm sorry. I should have noticed sooner. Little footfalls. It's all Wuklamad can do not to rush off after Gulul Jar. If Gulul Jar is outside the tower, we need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Kryl and Raha continue reviewing the data, 3 of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. I am having fun with Genol. That man is tweaking the fuck out. Whoop. Soon Genol will need a pirate hat? Of course he will. Yarr! I'm gonna go unlock the sightseeing thing up here real quick. Why am I walking? Here. That'd be kind of cool. A shard with a flood of, well, water, and you have people survive on boats. I mean, we've had big arcs built for massive waves before. Wouldn't be the first time. Emmeline Ironheart. That tome wouldn't happen to be a sightseeing log, would it? It would. Millith. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And dearest Elzeby. She's my twin sister, you see, and I haven't seen her for 30 long years. Not since I was trapped during my exploration in Yassulani, It brings me great joy to know she is well. Pardon me for asking, but might I see the notes she added to your log? Give me that shit. Give me that shit. Fighting that shit. She always did make such bold strokes of her lettering. I've added my own notes. Some of the information may seem improbable at best, but I believe there's a truth in every entry. Were I younger, I'd set out in search of these fantastic sights myself, but alas, my body can no longer endure such travels. Though, thanks to you, I feel lighter than I have in an age. If there's one thing I should wish, it's to see my sister again before I die. There's so much I would share with her. But you have better things to attend to than an old woman's musings. Take care, kind adventurer, and may your journey lead you to vistas both bright and unforgettable. My joints hurt now whenever it rains. It's tough. Wouldn't that just be Subnautica? Have to fight some Reaper Leviathans? What are you talking about? Oh, if the world were flooded like that? Electrope strike. So there's Electrope here too? Oh, it's like just gates. Heritage found is a large area. Splitting up would allow us to cover more ground. Well, here we are outside. Where do we even begin? Perhaps someone has caught sight of Gululja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you handle the outskirts, Alice? In the meantime, Pyro and I will head beyond that big wall. Nice. Time to go to the other side of the wall. At some point, I'll have to do those side quests right there. I should probably just do them. That way I don't have them stack up. Dorian! Dorian's uncertainty is palpable. Pardon me, adventurer, but might I trouble you to lend me your aid? I've found myself in a rather troublesome predicament. Earlier today, we were sent a soldier and asked to test out its improved combat functionality. I asked a hunter to take it out on patrol, but not long afterwards I lost contact with them completely. I know the signal's weak out there, but I can't help but worrying something might have gone terribly wrong. Fuck! From the look of you, you can handle your fair share of danger, yes? Could you go out into the Thunder Yards and see if you can find them for me? They're level 90, so I use them to help level up other classes. I'm not that worried about it. Pretty good idea, though. I still don't have all flying locations in the last two expansions because I just walked past them and can't be asked after the MSQ. I mean, there is a compass that takes you right to them. You know, not like hard to find really. Plus, I have this like OCD thing where I just want to discover the whole map anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Yeah, not being able to fly is tough for hunts, crafting and gathering, fate bosses, pretty much anything like that. You saved my life. For a moment there, I thought I'd have to use my regulator. Now, I somehow doubt an adventurer like you just so happened to be passing through. That researcher sent you to find me, didn't he? I'd better head back to explain what happened. You may as well come and join me. I'm sure he'll want to know you're safe. I think the hassle of coming back to old zones, which you inevitably have to, not being able to fly greatly outweighs the hassle of getting the currents IMO. Well, I feel that way mostly because the MSQ kind of takes you to where the currents are anyway. So if you're going to be walking around, you might as well just grab them. It's not that much of a hassle in my opinion. The hunter told me everything. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for taking such swift action. These soldiers require energy gathered from lightning, and yet lightning also proves to be their weakness. Apparently, it took a nasty jolt in the Thunder Yards and went berserk. Honestly, why are they tinkering with offensive output when they could be correcting this glaring flaw in the design? Rest assured, the engineer in charge will hear all about this in my report. Sorry for the trouble. I hope this small token will suffice as compensation. I think getting flying in WoW was much worse. Pathfinder was a pain in the ass. Yeah. And they did away with that because it was a pain in the ass. These quests are much quicker than they used to be. I agree. That was really fast. It's like one thing to try to get you hooked into doing the quest line, and that's pretty much it. Are you getting the War Within? Of course I am. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad that we just have skywriting now. Yeah, it's so much better. It's so fast. It's so much more fun. Nakante's fretting over her young charge, as she is wont to do. Oh, Shalo. What am I gonna do with you? I keep telling you to take a hunter with you when you leave town. Well, if it isn't Her Majesty's guest. Did you enjoy your tour of Upie's Halo? Upie's Halo? I was told you even helped set the water distribution system to rights. You know, I could really use someone with your talents right about now. The woman in charge of that very farm just left for the wilderness without a bodyguard. Seems to me she's investigating something. That's no reason to put herself in danger. Last I heard, she was seen walking up the hill to the east of the farm. Would you go and make sure she's all right? Seems like some of the only people with any appreciation for death are the older people. Of course. Oh, what a relief. You're looking for a young Shatona by the name of Shalosi. Now, off you go. And thank you, dear. The only critique I have about ether currents is that you can't put the compass into a macro. I would love that. It's on the bar. You can put it on your bar. I did wind up continuing this questline purely because it gives you the orchestrion for this town's theme. I didn't think I'd get orchestrion rolls from stuff. That's good to know. It took up to Dragonfly for Blizz to finally just give us flying from the start. And guess what? Everyone loved that decision. What a shock. It's 100% another classic situation where Blizzard thought they knew better than what everyone told them they wanted. Well, I'm still gonna save the side quests, I think, and come back and do them on like a separate stream. So doing both bigger questlines gives a better reward now. Yay, good. You think you do, but you don't. Yeah, exactly. Cringe. They've done a lot better with that recently, though. I would agree. Yeah, they have to, otherwise they're, you know. You don't need it. Just a nice thing if you could macro it on the same keybind as your mount, for example. I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying. We had flying from the start in TBC, Wrath and Kata, and had zones designed around you having flying in both Wrath and Kata. Hey, look, is that... It's like an A rank or something. I don't remember the symbols. That's a B rank? Okay. Godspeed good. That was the last of my soul cells. I could have really died there. Thanks for your help, by the way. So, what brings you out here to the middle of nowhere? Auntie Nakente sent you after me? That makes 2 people who just saved my life then. Would you mind coming with me to see her? I want her to know I'm safe and grateful besides. Nathan, thank you, sir, for the 25-month resub, bro. Over 2 years there with the primer, dude. Thank you. They need to make another one quest somewhere down the line. Have a red chocobo. Oh, dude, red chocobo's scary, bro. Red chocobo is so iconically terrifying that I even got scared of it in Final Fantasy 16. I was terrified that I was going to find some red chocobos, and guess what? With the astrolabe still in place, the shards won't drift closer together, but it's not foolproof, and that's why the Ascians had to go with violent calamities, smashing shards into the source, so to speak. Did they discuss their plot about the astrolabe ever being presented to the Ascians? Maybe my memory is just failing me, but I don't remember them ever talking about being open about their methods with each other. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe I just can't remember. What's up, Zesh? What's good, bro? Just doing some side quests here for ether currents and here outside Solution 9 before I go on this side of the gate. Stream's good? Good, bro. Good. I'm good. I'm not sure. My memory's fucked here, too. That's why I keep bugging Lumi. Those 2 things were never discussed with one another, and the astrolabe only really mattered after the Ascians had been largely defeated. Welcome back, dear. I can't thank you enough for rescuing this poor, reckless fool of a girl. You're not a child anymore, Shalo. Act your age! Now, what do you say to the stranger who saved your life? Okay, getting some mixed messaging here, some mixed signals. You're not a child anymore. Now, what do you say to this kind stranger who saved your life? Like, okay. Hi, Olive. Hi, my love. Hi. I know I've already told you once before, but thank you. Truly. I'm Shalosi, and I'm in charge of Yupie's Halo. You wanna come up here? You wanna come up here? You don't have to, but you can. You look so poor. Do you think I have food up here on my desk? Is that why you're looking at me like that? Because I hate to disappoint you, madam. There's nothing. There's no food. There's nothing here at all. Nothing special at all. Well, now there is now. But for stuff for you, I don't have anything. To tell the truth, I'm still learning how everything works. I used to be an electrope engineer, but for some reason the government reassigned me. And I'm Nakante, the farmer's coin keep. The farm's coin keeper. Our resident or resident nag, depending on who you ask. Might we get your name, hero? Pyro. Rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? That's a name you'd best not forget, Shalo. You'd be dead were it not for her. Yeah, her, she named Pyro. Now, why in the world would you leave the safety of the outskirts all by yourself? You've been acting so strangely of late. It's clear you're hiding something. What is it? There really is no getting anything past you, is there? Fine, I'll explain, but you have to promise to keep it a secret now. For now, all right? The truth is, I noticed that the farm's harvests have been shrinking, year over year. And I can't for the life of me figure out why. Because you're probably because you're recycling ether in a closed system, and it's not gonna work. It's probably the same reason why I'm assuming some type of maybe like soul or memory degradation is taking place here at some level. Cannot lock yourself in this closed loop and just like think that it's gonna work forever. The staff are all doing great work, and as a former engineer, I can say for certain that the equipment is all in proper working order. I even checked the pylons, and the readout was totally normal. But I know there's a problem, and the longer we wait, the worse it will get. In a few years, the crops may stop growing entirely. Something has to be done. Well, it sounds serious, and I appreciate that you're taking the initiative to solve it. I worry about you, Shalo. I can't have you putting your life in danger. Pyro, would you be willing to help her look into the matter? Meesers Bobesers, thanks for the tier 1 sub. As an outsider, your idea of normal is sure to be different from ours. I reckon a fresh set of eyes will be able to spot something we can't. She's right. I could certainly use an unbiased perspective. Would you please help me, Pyro? You must construct additional pylons. Right then. That's settled. I think what you ladies need now is a good meal. Have a seat and your auntie Nakente will fix you some fresh veggies. I got mesquite juice. Auntie knows best. Pylon Mancer. How you feel for MSQ now? For me, after Zeralja invades and we learn about Alexandrian different culture, lore theory, etc., my enjoyment of MSQ plus 100% during all these quests. Yeah, I mean, I think that this is more like the Final Fantasy stuff that I'm, you know, more into. I get the building with Wuklamot. I feel in some ways that this MSQ has two very distinct sections, and pretty much from the point from Galulja's death and onward is like a different game. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It's like, it's a ramp up, but to some people it's probably pretty jarring. But I've definitely enjoyed the second half of this a lot more. Yeah. The first was just kind of slow going. I did like the cultural exploration and stuff. It didn't feel ham-fisted, but it felt too easy to solve. And I get that, like, some of this stuff was already being worked on and whatnot, but, like, it felt a little too easy, some of the issues culturally that we were solving. And it felt... It feels like we're trying to... like, they're establishing, you know, natural versus unnatural and custom versus, you know, colonialism and, you know, stuff like that. And I think that that's cool. I just don't know... I don't know, I have to get the whole picture, because maybe the first half of MSQ really sets up the second half really well. But I don't know. It just feels like there's a pretty sharp turn that happens in MSQ, so... The first part I played as a DM who does world building. This second part I played as an FF player. Lulja does not appear to be in the area. You catch sight of a group of people a short distance to the southwest. You spotted those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. God, my nose, dude. Survey the designated location. Is that a castle over there? What the fuck is that? Looks like a castle in the distance. Is that part of their world that got pulled here? Are you fucking kidding me? I can tell you have a good eye, and I'm not talking about your ocular capabilities. What I mean is that you seem to be well suited to finding lost valuables, resources, and the like. If you've a mind to become a forager, I'm certain you'd go far. As a possessor of a good eye myself, I'd bet on it. Okay. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask after Gulul Jah. Gulul Jah isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were... No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls, including Gulul Jah. So he didn't come this way. Where in the world could he be? I do not know your voices. Who are you to Gulul Jah, and why do you search for him? I'm family, but we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Gulul Jah, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. I like that little gem she's got there. That's interesting. His father is your brother? Then that means you're... Yes. I'm Wuklamat, vow of resolve of Tuliolal. And I've journeyed here to bring my brother Soral Jah to account for murdering our people and our father. When all is said and done, Gulul Jah may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him family. I'll always be there for him, and I want him to know that. Tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Oh yes, the quiver in your voice that nobody can hear tells the tale. Fuck. Gulul Jah was headed south. There he has a place that is as close to a home as he knows. Find and bear your heart to him. Should he in turn bear his heart to you, accept and respect his wishes, as Queen Sphene respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will. Don't worry. But, what do you mean when you say Sphene respected your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us the necessary supplies to make our home here. And since then, she has paid us regular visits to see how we fare. That sounds like Sphene, all right. Well, thanks for telling me about Gulul Jah. I'll find him, and then we'll have a good talk. We'll continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. That looks like an Area Fate boss arena or something. The moblins were pointless. Literally exactly like goblins. Yeah, there's no sense of variety in them really at all. Whoa, look at those elephants. What the fuck? Dude, that's sick. It's like a machine. Whoa. Whoa. Did we bring the place that was the source of the storm surge or whatever the fuck they called it? How do I always hit that button? I always hit the wrong one. It's a town. And half of it is submerged. The rains that never cease. The architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Charlan. How the fuck would you... How would you know? How the fuck has Wuklamot ever even seen Charlan? Only through Kona's observations would she ever know anything about it. She visited us? Oh, right, she went there. Right, she came, that's where she met us. Bro, if this didn't fucking take 20,000 years to get through, I could remember! Fuck. I don't remember! I forgot! Cut that out, Jay. Fuck, I don't even need fucking jerk-offs in the YouTube comments. Pyro, I can't believe you forgot! Ugh. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if a building collapsed while he's inside. A forgettable encounter. We literally left on a boat from Charlan? I don't have any more comments. I'm embarrassed for not remembering, and you guys are making me feel bad. And it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to live my life and move on. I just don't expect Wuklamot to actually know anything, I guess, so... Surprised she said that. Sorry about that. To be fair, though, Charlene content was also like 6 months ago in real life. Aside from the first quest, this X pack. Yeah, did I do that when it was current? I don't even remember. I guess I must have? I don't really remember. Testing, testing. Is word Allegan ringing any bells anymore? Well, I guess it's good that she remembers, because I don't. I mean, I vaguely remember seeing her at, like, the docks. It must have been at the docks, because we took a boat. Can't remember. Oh no, Alexandrians got him, Chad. I think you did it before DT, but after it was out for a bit already. But yeah, okay. I think this story is the longest yet, and it still feels rushed. It's kind of wild. Yeah, the fact that I'm at like level 98, what feels like almost 99 MSQ, is kind of nuts. I feel like there's not that much left, and I feel like I don't really know how to feel about it. I'm just surprised she thinks the architecture Charlene when it's obviously Eric Cohen. Yeah, I saw it the first time. I just didn't read it. I didn't comment on it. I mean, hey, they're right there. I mean, Eric Cohen's right there. This is where they crashed their ship. This is the Apexis civilization. They use light to come here, and lightning, they crash that bitch. So they bridge two worlds. And that's what happens. Here we go. Drowned vestiges. Buklamat is eager to follow Gululja into the ruined town. I only saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind a building, but I'm pretty sure Gululja was headed further south. I'll contact Alice on Link Pearl and let her know to join us. The 12th wasn't FF9. It was WoW. Crossover of the century. Grandpa Lamps, what a great name. Thank you for the 20-month resub, sir. Appreciate that. Glad to have ya. This is a pretty crazy spectacle, though. Seeing the ground burst open like that. Kind of gives me Ultima vibes. Allegan weapon vibes. Allegan super weapon. See anything, Wuknamat? Oh shit, there's a bunch of soldiers over there. That's not good. This is the area, but the canals and the debris make it hard to get a good view. Let's split up and search. If you could head into the canals, I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Gululja, let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. Wouldn't want to startle him and cause an accident. Well, I'm doing another one of these. Alice's come in as fast as she can. Let's keep searching in the meantime. Okay. I always say that it's hard to judge a story if you don't get to its end. Also, saw that movie yesterday. It was meh. A lot of plot holes, a lot of weird stuff, just coincidental stuff that happens. Just like, was not a great movie. So that person who said it was bad was not necessarily lying. You've located Gululja. Follow him quietly without being noticed. The movie Trap. One about the guy who takes his daughter to a concert and he's like stuck in there. It's like an interesting concept, but it's not a very good movie. There's one pretty funny part at the end, though, after the movie's over. I don't know. Goopy little freaks. I love them. Follow Gululja from a distance, and don't fuck it up. The Borderlands movie's getting crapped on hard right now. That's tough. I'm going to see that on Monday. MSQ objective, stalk the child. Well, here's the thing. Movies like Borderlands and stuff, I can understand there's many reasons for which they might get crapped on. And it's not always for why you might think. Sometimes, especially with video game movie adaptations, you got some sweaty neckbeard fucking goobers who get real upset anytime the canon is not perfectly aligned. And it's really exhausting, frankly. It's part of the reason why Warcraft got bad reviews, because people were focused too much on how accurate it was and how canon it was or whatever, instead of just enjoying it for what it was. So I don't know why Borderlands is potentially getting those bad reviews, but sometimes it feels like people are just like really overthinking and overdoing the canon or things like that. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Sometimes acting is just really cringe though, and they give... One thing I've noticed in movie adaptations of games is that they often give the characters just like horrifically cringy dialogue. They say like corny, quippy shit at like not the right time, if there ever even is a right time, and it's like, just shut the fuck up. Like I noticed that even in like things like the, you know, Pikachu Detective or whatever the fuck. It's like, I don't know, there's just like, it's like, dude, it's like kind of tasteless at times. It's like, holy shit. Like I get like appealing to the audience, but like you also have to like not foolishly like, I don't know, take it a different direction in terms of humor, style, and shit like that. One of the movies that I think has done the best in that regard is like Deadpool. That kind of stuff has done pretty well. Oh, fuck. Was I? Don't find me out. You can't hear the motorcycle. That sounds like the Marvel humor problem. It's just like, I wouldn't say it's Disney, but it's just like, it's, I don't know if it's like normie humor. I don't know what it is. It's like widely appealable, broad, cringe humor. It's just pandering to the greatest audience that you can have. Yeah, pandering's a good word. I saw one of you guys say that first. Fallout and The Last of Us. I've heard Fallout's really good, but I don't know. Hold on, I gotta pay attention here. He's come a long way on
such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What if Kryl was standing next to us? Hmm? That's offensive.
What's here, I wonder?
You gotta work on that, Uklamat. Come on. You're so culturally sensitive, you gotta be aware. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. Oh, Nutkins. Cute. He has two little squirrels.
So he's looking after those little ones.
That's adorable. Watch, he like picks them up and fucking bites their fucking heads off. Throws them against the wall like a savage fiend.
Gululja.
Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Another step.
What?
Is this about to be like one of my favorite characters? What the fuck is that thing?
Sentry?
Yeah, that's like a protector. Be careful, Wuklamant. That thing could pick you up and fucking break you in half.
Run, Gululja, run!
Why would he run? That thing's probably protecting him.
You know the boy.
Rusty mechanical
Who
soldier.
are you? And what do you want?
Who the fuck are you? Green-eyed Vivi in a robot suit? What the fuck is going on? Also, that
My name
ass.
is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gululja.
Damn, look at that dumpy, chat. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm in the way.
Is that so?
You can't see now. Fuck. He's rusty. It happens. We all get... Fuck! Fuck! We all get rusty.
You, my boy. Do you wish to speak with them?
She said, I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better, that's all. Yeah, that's still creepy,
I
Wuklamat.
heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Can you please say the words, we are related? I'm your sister. Oh my god.
I will deal with them forthwith.
We're so fucked.
But...
Oh god, thank god. Do not let the son bear the sins of the father. He's a good noodle.
I want to get to know her too.
Cute. Now play the smile song. Right? This is the time where you would drop that, right? Randomly in here. I'm surprised. They went more subtle.
If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
I don't think we're getting any more smile drops. Villainy!
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots.
Happy soft piano, though. Much better. Very nice. Very nice.
But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
I don't know. He's cool looking, though. I agree. We didn't say cool.
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend.
Otis. His name is Otis.
Sad. He came and looked after me.
Oh.
He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things.
Oh, he's your robot
like
dad.
How to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
Galul Jaw. Oh
This
my god.
machine cooks for you.
This is the cutest shit I've ever fucking seen. He's got a robot dad. That's not really a robot, but...
And
Damn.
teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Even in a machine, the soul can still love. That's beautiful.
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
Sounds like a sick reference. Sir Otis Valona.
You're Captain of the Knights?
You've been functioning for nearly 400 years? You seem different from other machines. What's your story? He would for sure yell, Huzzah! Huzzah! Definitely. I mean, listen to him. That's hilarious.
There, I thought it was Gululja with whom you wish to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane.
So you still got memories, that's good.
But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
But definitely like his inspiration too if you play FF9. Sounds good to me.
Please, I'm really hungry.
Me too, kid.
All right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Maybe that's what Zoranjan needed. I don't know, that guy needs some
I
love.
might prevail upon your assistance. I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
I wonder what kind of shit he cooks. He makes real food. None of that weird robot simulation shit. That's crazy. The soul in a robot suit. He's got green eyes though, that's pretty interesting. Wonder if that's just part of the look. He's so cool looking. If Otis had been around for as long as he claims, perhaps he knows things that not even Oblivion is aware of. Otis cooks the best food. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. We better get some of this cooking. He spoke to us. Gululja actually spoke to us. Making some prog, dude. So, my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for our repast. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients did you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. The people of the outskirts should be willing to share their harvest. If you and Gululja could go and speak to them. Sure. I'll ask for the cast-offs too, as usual. As for Pyro and Alice, I would be obliged if you could procure some woolback meat. The creatures can be found grazing on the slopes outside of town. As beef is less readily available, their flesh makes for a good substitute. That of the younger ones especially, as it is more tender and less gamey. Consider it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it.
MSQ playthrough.
I couldn't hear what it said. But thank you. Hey, Pyro, loving your MSQ playthrough. Thank you, thank you. And thanks for the sub, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see to other preparations. Ha ha ha! There is nothing so fine as a meal with friends old and new. Should we go get this electrope strike? I kind of just want to follow the MSQ till it takes me there. Defective aerostat. But that's fucking scary. Oh my god. That fucking death robot. Jesus. This is fucking terrifying. Ooh, not gonna be able to go that way, that's for sure. Maybe we just... I guess we're gonna have to go this way. Blurring the lines of man and machine, real and fake. Yeah, they're doing that a lot. Thematically, I feel that's pretty fitting. Considering, you know, how people feel about things like AI and stuff in real life. It's gonna get weird, Chad. It's gonna get fucking weird. It's already weird in this game. And I mean in the game. We still haven't been inside the cloud. And I'm sure that that's gonna be an interesting place. I'm assuming we'll get to go in there, maybe not. I mean, if a lot of things get stored there, then it's like a walk down memory lane. That'd be kind of fucking weird. Might get kind of weird. Take a little trip walking down memory lane. Get a little lost, little mad, little crazy. Spend the rest of your days, hell, the rest of eternity in the cloud. It's where you want to be. Come on and support Shinra, our newest endeavor, the Alexandrian Cloud. Bringing the best future for you. Through the power of dance. I got bad news, Guardian. You got Vex on the field. I love them. A future where everyone can smile. Yeah. Everyone can smile and sing smile eternally. Oh, there's Alice. What are you doing? Say, why don't we make a contest out of it? Whoever delivers the meat first is the winner. I'm using my pay-to-win bike. Get shit on. I'm winning this fucking competition, Chad. You best believe that. As if fate would have it any other way. Vex are now being simps to a certain lady. Marasov? She got some crazy Vex powers or something now? She's OP, that woman. If it is her, I have no idea. I shared that video I made on Reddit, and if you guys think my opinions of Smile are toxic, y'all ain't seen nothing. I think we're all aware that Reddit is toxic. Like, what? That's one of the unhinged places of the universe. Music's kind of going crazy here. Turn that down a little bit. You know, I take it back. In some ways, I'd say in most ways, the music in this expansion has been really good. But there have been a couple spots where I've been a little confused. Not just with Smile, but just like other tracks. Just not, it's not like terribly bad. It's not like egregiously bad. But it's definitely not something that I normally would say about a Final Fantasy expansion. So, you know, I don't think that it's the end of the fucking world, but it's kind of a weird feeling for FF. It's going the wrong fucking direction. This day theme is, for instance, kind of meh for me. Yeah, right now, yeah, it's 3:38 p.m. Not that you can fucking tell. I don't dislike any of the tracks personally. I feel all my issues with music have just been about where tracks are being used. So it's not really a critique of the music. It's more a critique of the usage of the music. So hopefully that makes sense. I think Soken makes almost exclusively bangers, and the other people that worked on the music did a great job as well. So, you know. Plus, let's be honest, with the history of music in this game, it's a fucking tall order to continue to deliver on that. So, in my opinion, it's hard to keep consistent on something that's that fucking good. I tell you. You ebb and you flow sometimes, so if we have moments where it's not perfect, you know, it's not to say it cannot be critiqued, of course, but give a little leeway at times. But some of the usage is a little more awkward than others, and I think we all know what I'm talking about there, so. Those are the moments that really stand out and the ones that a lot of people will remember, unfortunately, when there is quite a lot of great music direction in this expansion as well. I remember what you were saying about little treasures on the map. Imagine little relics and pieces of Alexandria that we could find in those ruins. It's what drew me to WoW and Legion. Yeah, I really think that that would go a long way. Just having little reasons to peek inside the buildings or around the buildings and just kind of explore a bit more and really look at what's in front of us. Because I feel that they use environmental storytelling pretty well. Pretty consistently, but I don't know if we do enough in certain areas to really stop and appreciate it, you know? But most of this is relatively visually homogeneous, like kind of once you've seen this little section of this area, you've kind of seen, you know, what this whole area looks like, really, so there's no reason really to stop and explore whatsoever besides these ether currents, you know? Which not everyone enjoys the concept of, but whatever. Makes me look around, at the very least. Can you fuck off? Defective fucking sentry. That's just sheer and utter disrespect, what you just witnessed right there, dude. That is sheer and utter disrespect. Unbelievable. Just enough to poke me, just to, hey, fuck you. Interrupt you, bitch. You're not doing that. Okay. All right, okay. I see you. I see you, Tin Man. All right. It's fucked up, dude. That was just, yeah, a little fuck you tap right there. Little psh, just a little fucking psh, psh, psh. Slapped me around a little bit, ran away. Come on, man. And you know what? I got so bad right there that I don't even feel inclined to take action against them. I'm just gonna let that fucking sentry get away with that. I mean, honestly, they got me. I mean, shit. They really kind of beat me right there. I don't really have anything for them at this point. And I always forget to precast my muse things, so I always go into combat having to fucking swift cast some stupid shit. So I never precast my motifs. They last forever, so I don't know why I don't just do it. I kind of wish if you were out of combat that you could just cast them all simultaneously. Just one button that's just like, bam. That's just me being a needy little bitch. What's this? Am I to understand that you have already procured the meat? I have. A fatty cut of Woolbeck meat that serves as a satisfactory substitute for beef. As you requested, Otis. Good heavens! You have! And such a choice cut it is besides. 'Tis plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. Were it 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights! Ha 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 ha! Drowned vestiges. Thanks, Otis. I would have gladly been a part of the Royal Knights with you. I'd have been sick. We're homies already. I just met you. I already trust you. I don't trust Fiend further than I can throw that fucking thing. I just met you and I already trust you. It's crazy how just being more human-like makes that happen. The difference between a soul inside of a robot and just a robot. Robots with eyes are friends. I don't know. I don't know if all of them are. I can't glamour here, so I'm kind of rocking the purple boots and gloves for now, which honestly doesn't look terrible, but here we go. Memories of a night. Otis is pleased with the meat you've brought him. Once Alice brings her portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folk of the Drift Downs. They always appreciate a warm meal. Now, seeing as you've completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electrope, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, electrope rations were issued to each citizen, while small fragments may still be found here and there. If you can obtain 5 pieces, say, at least one ought to be what we require. That is, the kind that converts lightning to fire. Gululjar can identify them by their circuitry, so pray take them to him. At least one ought to be required. The kind that converts lightning to fire. Gululjar can identify them by their circuitry. The boy has become quite deft at discerning electrope types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now, off you go, and happy foraging! Kind of reminding me of FF16 crystals with the public rationing. Yeah, the dependence on this seems to have led to their doom. This magical substance which allows them to do things they should not. Bad news bears. London Bridge is falling down. You stop that. Kind of reminding me, I just read that. I pick out the same exact message. Now you're the one bringing it up? He is the one bringing it up at this point. I think he actually secretly likes FF16. I think it might be his favorite Final Fantasy maybe ever done. Maybe ever. I don't know. He's you know, he typically doesn't argue it, so I don't know. I think there's something there. He said find a new editor. He said find a new editor. I'm out. Shit. Well, boys, it's been a run. It's been a good run. It's been a good run. It's because he's off to go play FF16. Yeah, he's got it. I mean, look, he just doesn't have the time to edit anymore. He's always looking at Clive's voluptuous breastises, dude. Dude, Clive's fucking pectoral actuation is unmatched. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it if you saw it. Clive's pecky weckies are enough to make Trump Daddy whistle like a little kid. Purr like a little kitten. It's incredible. Really gives me the Oh, sorry, chat. We're getting unhinged. I have to stop. I have to stop. Okay, calm down. What? Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought that would be hilarious to say in the Trump voice. And honestly, if I wasn't doing the Trump voice, I wouldn't have even said that. Probably. Because of course I don't mean that for myself. I meant that in the guise of Trump. Under the guise of Trump. Oh shit. I'm prepared this time. Hit all my OG CDs like a fucking noob. Triple OG CD, let's go, dude. Painter life, just hit all these glowy buttons at once. It'll make your brain feel good until you realize that you're not actually casting your main abilities. Gotta at least hit him with a stone and yellow. Nothing gets cut. The YouTube frogs get the real pyro experience. Suffer, streamer. That's not true. I hope. That's why we're getting demonetized. We're getting... No, that's not true. We're not demonetized. That's not true. Sorry, I'm just like running around at this point. I'm not really paying any attention. I think I got them all now, though. We deliver them all back to this individual. To Gululjar. To our new little friend. The guilty will suffer. Isn't it suffer editor in this case? I think we both I think we both suffer, really. This zone's already unhinged. Let's be real, that's true. Finish bid or no balls? No, that's all I had. That's what they all say, Pyro. It's what they all say. It's what I heard. Heard it on the news. Very good, very big, very nice. Very good. Unbelievably biggly wiggly. Very good. Campfire, big robot, name is Otis. He's a cool guy, he's the best guy, very nice guy. We have a long history, going back. Captain of the Royal Knights. You know, one time he said he was gonna make me a Royal Knight. Incredible. I'm a great guy, it's why. Put me on the team, Otis, I'm ready. Fight crime, build a wall. Build that big-ass wall. You know, great wall, I gotta say. Really great wall. Not of China, but a great wall. Very good. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Not a big wall, not a... Again, I just go back to it. The others have returned as well. What a blessedly lively day this has become. I like your outlook, Otis. That's great. That's great. This guy's... You fucking see this guy? You could learn some shit from him. This guy's just cheery than a motherfucker. I don't really know how. Are you powered by lightning, by the way? You seem to have lightning crystals. How's that work? Well, you got some blue, though, too. Some blue lights and some green lights. No, that's not blue. That's just sheen off the armor. So just purple lights. And the green eyes, of course. Got an interesting head there, too, by the way. He almost looked like a... What the fuck are they called? Mammut? That's the power of love. Everything Electrope is powered by lightning. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Daddy Ramu finna come in here and smack a bitch. And by bitch, I mean me. In real life. Near vibes. Same animation rigging as Mamulja. He has been in there for 400 years. Nearly. Very long time, very long time. I dared to think I had won this time, but it turns out you were already off doing another task. Well, LSA, you're a good sport about it. I respect that. I'm a terrible sport. We've got the requested vegetables, along with a few extra bits. I have to say, all this running around's made me hungry. Stop that. Stop that. I guess that's what, I mean, we're making, isn't that what we're doing? We're making food. So it's a good thing. I guess that's a good thing. We have good timing. We're hungry. That's good. Otis says you have Electrope for me. This piece of Electrope has been engraved with arcane circuits. Practiced eye is required to discern its effect. Wow, you found a lot. Let's see, this one creates wind, this one is for water. You can tell, just like that. I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I'll bet he gets it from his... Excuse me. I'll bet he gets it from his father. Ah, this is it. This converts to fire. It's absorbed lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you, Pyro. So this is like, this material is like a focusing iris? Like what the fuck is this? A transmutation material? Like what is... We need Grahati on the motherfucking case. He needs to break it down for us. With apologies to Erinville and Kryl, let's enjoy the meal. Agreed. It makes me happy to see Guluja happy. That's sweet, Ukamat. You're so... Oh, you're so infuriating sometimes, but you're so sweet. It's kind of punishing. Okay. Uklamat could carry lots of vegetables at once. She's really strong. He's warming up to you. He already thinks you're real fucking strong. You want to prove it to him? Just throw this robot. I dare you. Give it a try. Why am I such an instigator in this situation? I'm sorry. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our repast. You have done your part, And now I shall do mine. I bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. He's gonna throw down here, bro. We got invited so quick to this shit. And our fucking new robot homies like cooking us shit, dude. Sitting on some shitty ass wood, but you know what? And we got wood stacked around. We could make some seats. It's not fucking voiced? Well, okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be outraged at that, but like, fuck me. This is the kind of thing families do, Galulja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. Oh, look at these family value things coming on here. Well, have meals together at the dinner table. Probably something more people should do, to be honest. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. With them? Ah, that's interesting. I don't know if I've heard that yet. Yeah. And my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking, though. Kona and the head of Reason occasionally joined in, and Zoralja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? No. Both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings. A Mamulja with two heads. Zoralja is his true-born child, while Kona and I were adopted and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less a family. What matters is that our hearts are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. Vin Diesel's gonna bust through that wall so fast, dude. He's gonna come driving a fucking GTO a Charger straight through that fucking wall, bro. He's just gonna look at us and he's gonna smile. He's gonna smile so big. Do you have someone like that too? A person you think is family even though you don't share the same blood? and then Paul Walker's gonna sit up in the seat next to him and they're gonna drive off to some Wiz Khalifa. That's a good question. Calic finally fits in. What about you? Oh yeah, I got plenty of people that I call family that are my family. Absolutely. In real life. Whatever, you don't really know what that is. It's another shard. Some would say it's the source of the source, but we're not gonna get into that. I'll say it's not that important. Point is that yes, I do, and they're very dear to me. We can't expose the multiverse to Alice. Her brain will break. She will literally lose her mind. I'd like to meet them one day. Aww. Yeah, cue the aww track. I'm really fucking sad that this isn't voiced, man. So, Galulja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? I know voice acting is expensive, chat. I understand that, by the way. And it's just like, fuck. The scene would be so much better with voice acting. You really want to know about me? I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. Smile. I want to know all about you, too. That reminds me. We were hoping to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. Fucking wonderful. You're lucky that I enjoy voicing your character. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking... Fuck, it's Wuklamant. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the Calamity, right? She's got that down now, okay. Indeed. Earlier still than when I assumed this mechanical form. 454 years ago. To be precise. 454 years ago is when he went into this robot. Damn. then you used to be a normal person. Oh, yes, I was once flesh and blood, like you. And I proudly served as a Knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you are an actual person? How is this possible? 'Tis only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. The foremost duty of the royal knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, that was their majesties, the king and queen, and their only child, Her Highness, the princess. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Is this? By then, every nation of our star was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrope. Thus was our kingdom drawn into war with its neighbor. That war was the catalyst for the great calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amid the chaos, the king and queen among them. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. How tragic. I, nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still. For while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul? Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. So is... okay, so then is the memory bank of all the memories them living on, as it were, and thus can allow for, like, spooky shit? She's a robot. As long as we keep the memory, we can go into another vessel. This age-old belief had always comforted our people. But as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate the person as they were in life. And this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. there it is. Yeah. Waiting for that. It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a grey old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. So it was that I attained this vessel, and by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. This took a turn. The endless, they are cold. This is my waking fucking nightmare. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life. It wouldn't be Sphene, would it? Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you no doubt felt in her presence. I haven't met her myself, I confess. Not since assuming my current form. Wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Ha 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 ha! Sphene the Kind. Yo. Holy shit, bro. All that stuff I was saying earlier. Holy shit. And I was going off inside Solution 9. Oh my god. This is fucking twisted. I have seen my queen from afar many times, but I've not the courage to approach her. It isn't out of cowardice, mind you, but rather concern. Yes, concern that I will cause Her Majesty undue distress. Otis has told me the tale before. Does this mean the Queen of Alexandria isn't actually a person like you and me? Alice, we're in a weird place. We are in a very strange place. This is sick. This is cool. The Endless. So all this time, Sphene wasn't alive? She lives, yet she does not. She is outside the cycle. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. 'Tis admittedly a difficult distinction to make. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. This is similar to the Dynamis thing, where if something is born of like emotion and not really the soul and ether of the being, is it really alive and is it the same thing? And I think that this is where the moments where there seems to be some actual empathy and compassion in there, they give me hope that the person that Sphene was a great person. She's a wonderful, kind-hearted girl. But this is not Sphene. That's my concern. The real Sphene would have been great, but this is not that. And that means that we need to be very concerned. Because considering that Sphene seems to be connected to the system that can move around memories, maybe even her own, that's like, that's not cool. Are the Endless alive, or are they just constructs created to serve a purpose and an end? That's the thing, is like, one of the things is like, what's the end game? This is like an AI? Kind of, yes. It's like a construct in a way that's functioning based off of the memories and parameters set by the data essentially coming from the soul of the original. That's kind of how I'm looking at this, is like, it's basically that. Like, what is consciousness? I don't know. Maybe, maybe it's a perception and processing of data. And that data that is stored as memories can be analyzed and recreated by a machine, maybe. I don't know. It's a copy-paste snapshot of their last moment into a different vessel, or what? Kind of. Yeah, an AI with memories of the original. Yeah. That's fucking scary. Are we our memories? What is consciousness? Yeah, these are some existential questions. Is Otis alive? Not in the way that you and I would consider alive. Probably not. Otis was the precursor to what they did with Sphene, and unless his soul is like in a crystal or something in here and it actually remains, then I think that Otis is probably, unfortunately, just as much of a machine as Sphene. Which is, you know, I like Otis. He got a little fucking weird on me there for a minute. I'm not gonna lie. He got a little fucking weird on me. And I'm a little concerned, but, you know, here we are. Having inherited the memories of a departed soul, an Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In a way, it almost makes you wonder about, like, even things like the Heidelin situation. How much of Heidelin is left at this point, and how much of it is a manifestation of her will in this etherically generated echo of her that is Heidelin? How much of Vana, rather, is really left in there? It's kind of a similar thing. I would say Graha's a little different, because Graha, as I understand it, still has a mortal physical body. I would think that's a little different. And then I guess you also have Zero, who is technically a Sin Eater, or like half Sin Eater or something like that, but assumes a humanoid form. Graha basically absorbed extra memories. Some of the scholars of the philosophy of identity resolve classic problems in defining it with the idea that you're literally only your memories and experiencing, so this part does raise some rather interesting soul searching. Sure. I think it's interesting when you think about philosophically think about things like, you know, light from stars and things like that being us technically experiencing the past due to how light travels in space and stuff as well. I think it's, like, interesting to philosophically consider, you know, how we perceive everything, and I think memory ties very much into that. So I think that's pretty fascinating to think about. Identity being the essence of memory, and I think that's tied to a lot of, like, Buddhist beliefs about the ego and stuff like that. You know, so I don't know. I think that's pretty. Yeah. They invoke the concept of memories in a similar way in the ghosts in the Aetioscope. They retain the identity of the person, but without the soul. But it's unclear how much of them is in the memories versus the soul. Well, and memories are ether itself. I guess the question would be, is a soul ether itself? Or is there something deeper in the soul? Because I feel like some of our most deeply evoked emotions are kind of coming from the soul. And that makes me, of course, think really heavily of, like, Dynamis. And so maybe a soul is meant to be, or is in some way technically comprised of ether and Dynamis or something. Maybe this is something to think and take out of, and, you know, maybe use as lessons for the makeup of things that we don't yet understand. You know, is the soul the person, or is the person the memories? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, is the soul more like the vessel, in the memories, the experience, and identity themselves? We're told that it's about soul plus memory at times in the past, though. Even the Alchemist quests talk about resurrecting the dead and something to do with memory, I want to say. I can't honestly remember. I'm unfortunately not as much of an expert in the lore and story of this game as I am in World of Warcraft, so I can't remember. I don't know. It's been a long time. Didn't Thornton absorb La Habrea to fuel his primal form? Yeah, one of the fragments of him. Or I guess no, he's unsung. No one is. It's really complex. The zombies versus ghost speech. She's stealing souls for the endless, not just ether. No, I understand that, but I guess in my mind I link ether pretty directly to souls, in the same way that because if your memory is I don't know. Am I misunderstanding something here? If your memories, I mean, the memories can be shed from the soul as ether. So I guess what we don't really know is the distinction between the soul itself and what's kept there. I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe I just can't fucking remember. I don't know. This is the part of the game I was waiting for you to get to, Pyro, because think of the content, man. The memories and souls of the Crystal Exarch were extracted and transported to the source where they were merged with Graha. So I guess you have to have both together, memories and soul together, I guess is what you're saying. Prior to Shadowbringers, a lot of it was just you can't restore a soul that's departed. Shadowbringers is where memories really got brought into the equation. The Alchemist questline goes into it almost more than anything else does. It's just been years since I've done it. I mean, I've done the Alchemist quest too, and I can't remember it either. At least more than anything before Shadowbringers. We should save this convo for now? Probably, considering we're in the middle of the discovery of this. There's probably more things to be told and to understand. Probably jumping the gun a little bit. I mean, this is basically the classic trio of body, mind, spirit. Mm-hmm. So I guess what it's implying is that with the memories individually, you can have them feel, think, and act just like the same person. Without the soul itself. And then the body as well, obviously, you can switch out, but maybe without all three, maybe you're not the person unless you have all three. I don't know. Maybe you need your mind, body, and your soul. Maybe you can't sever or switch out any of them. Maybe there's supposed to be a unity and balance between all three of them. You feel like that's what naturally happens, right? We're not born into metal shells. As that person would is a very interesting wording choice. Yeah, what does it mean, I guess, to a degree, to act precisely as that person would? Isn't that essentially just being the person? You can recreate a body, give it the memories of their past, but without a soul. Is it a person or just a hollow AI? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like without the soul, I feel like it is more like an AI that's just learned off of memories. It's not the same thing. You might act as a person would, but are you capable of changing? Probably not, because you're not really your own person. You're just an echo of someone who used to be. I feel like you'd be bound to the concept of like what exists in those memories and stuff. You know? It'd be fascinating if you could change. I mean, that's really interesting. Question is, do they have their own free will? Or is it just a charade? Charade, some would say. Fake consciousness in a robot suit. So once the endless is created, can those memories be added to and resaved? Also makes me wonder, when we die in the game, are we just scooped out and pop back in a new body created the same way Asm does it? Isn't this pretty much what happened to the Omicrons? They couldn't dream or have ambitions because they were data? Would you be just an AI, or would you be some percentage of the previous person? Does that warrant sympathy? Yeah, I don't know. What if someone who loses some memory or some body or some soul? I wonder if this is the type of confusion and confliction that someone like Emmett Selk felt about us. Because he didn't really believe that we were really alive because our souls weren't really whole, true. And so he might have seen us maybe like I look at someone like Sveen or Otis. There's an echo of someone pretending to be them. Maybe in his perspective. We don't know or can't remember if Omicron even had soul after swapping to mechanical bodies. Theirs was a limitation of body. I think the Omicrons were always data and stayed as data rather than being human than becoming data. It'd be terrifying waking up in a simulacrum of yourself and knowing that fact. I thought it was pretty directly stated that the Omicron used to be mortal beings that converted themselves into a data state so that they could be immortal. I thought that was like a pretty key part of the Omicron. Am I making... I think it's more what it takes to sustain these eternal memories that keep stacking up. It's like an all-devouring, endless behavior. There's a lot of parallels, of Emmett parallels in what's going on here with us in the Endless. You might be mixing up with the Aya in there. No, I don't think that's correct. I'm pretty sure all three of those civilizations used to be mortal beings. Wasn't that the whole point? They all converted into different beings. They all sought some type of like greatness or immortality, which is what led to their eternal despair and their complacency. Omicron enhanced their bodies for combat. Aya did it for immortality. I mean, are we really going to draw a big line in the sand between enhancing your body for combat and immortality? I mean, come on. That's like 9 out of 10. That's the same fucking thing. What does enhancing your body for combat mean? Making yourself invincible? You can replace parts with machine parts? It's basically just immortality in mechanized form. Same thing. They all got immortality. Whether it was for the search of immortality, conceptually, I understand why you might make that distinction. One was more for military conquest, and the other was more for philosophical pursuit, perhaps, or scientific pursuit. But regardless, it's the same thing. In terms of what they actually did. Okay, let's get through the scene here. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Speen is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. Damn, look at this wise little guy right here. Are the Endless apart from yourselves? Are the people that ever keep Endless too? While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in where they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Talking about a clown. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul. But my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Oh. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? Because he's got the actual soul in there. While I do not understand the finer points, my life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me. Much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, so he's okay. He's a ghost in a shell. His soul's in there. It is in there. An endless, unchanging life. I can't help but be reminded of the Ia. Indeed. Did Kafkiwe and the others know about all this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. Why didn't they tell us then? For now, let's share what we've learned with Kryl and Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this. Immortality bad. Memories of a night. Wow, that was quite a cutscene there. Holy shit. Meanwhile.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend. Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself? Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
Oh no.
What?
Kafki was talking to us from the cloud.
You know, the one who was too adventurous by half?
That's why she doesn't have a body.
Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
Tough. That's tough. She
It's
fucking died.
Not ringing any bells.
She's fucking dead. No one fucking remembers her, Belle.
Can't be serious.
Oh shit.
Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
She fucking died, chat.
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Unless this is a fat bait. She's fucking been dead.
Is anyone else here from the village?
That's why the other people can remember her. They don't have the fucking things on. Because she fucking died. That's why she couldn't fucking tell him where she was. She's probably in the cloud.
Hey!
We gotta go in the cloud, right? I want to go in the cloud. Let me go in the cloud. 6th zone. 6th zone. Give me that shit.
Huh? Ellen Nespia?
Everyone's got beautiful purple eyes around here.
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
This is fucking terrible. I'm so sorry, Aaronville.
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
Ugh. The horror. The tragedy. Not my Aaron. No.
This cannot be. The memories of the departed are taken away. No.
Nespia, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Fun time is over. Fun time is fucking over. As many endless as those who have died. So where are they? And how have they been living up until now? We'll have to ask Kafkiwa what she knows. And if she's been hiding things from us, we need to know why. Why are you all making those serious faces? At a crossroads. Vacation over.